hectic day. Before we go into this video, into this major meet, I want to give an update on myself. But of course, I don't think everyone's gonna watch this video, but let's just say I don't make a second video today. Okay, so let me give you an update. What's been going on so far is basically that, um, okay, I'll keep it swift. I'm still having issues. And for the past couple of weeks, after I went to the doctor, a lump behind my teeth. So, you have a second row of teeth at the bottom, and there's gums. Behind that wall is a very, very strange sore. Um, I don't think I've ever had sores behind the gum. Anyways, it's there, and obviously, that is somewhat red, but at the same time, around it too, there's just so much of redness going on. So I don't know. It's been here for a couple of weeks, and I don't know what else to do. I have to go to the doctors. It's gonna cost a lot of money. I know. I have to go again, like the third time so far. Like this is the problem I have. Um, just recently, I was thinking about buying Easter eggs, but then last week we got a box of Easter eggs, and I was still going to get Easter eggs this week, but then I realized, no, I'm not gonna get Easter eggs because that's just extra chocolates, and I don't know what the problem could be causing this lump because there were times where I was brushing and I did hurt myself, but if I hurt myself, that will heal like so swiftly, like couple of days. So I don't know about this one. I researched some stuff. It's kind of hard to understand which is which because anytime you find something, it's always the big C. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because I'm too young, you know? And also, it could be the big C because I never really took good care of. Sure, I brush time to time, but obviously, I've been very laid back on sweets recently and sugar. So I wonder what's the cause of this. I really wonder. I really wonder. I have to assume it's the big C because it can't be that anything else. It really can't. It's impossible for it to be something else, right? It's kind of scary. That thing is kind of scary. So I'm sorry for scaring you. I don't want to make these type of videos. That's the problem because I don't want to be sick. I don't want to talk about how sick I am. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. I I'm just not really wanting you to be so worried about me, but I'm at a point where I have to keep you updated because it could be the big C, and if it is the big C, then I have to keep you updated because if anything happens to me, you will know, okay, this is how I went. It's unfortunate. So that's why I'm updating you guys. It sounds terrible. It really sounds terrible that I'm thinking like this, but for the past 4 years now, I've been so obsessed with, getting the big C. Not getting the big C actually, because I was so worried about life, and now it could be the big C. It's really crazy. Like you're trying to avoid it, and then you end up. It's like you're trying to avoid something in the middle of the road, but you end up going over it. That's what it feels like. It's kind of unfortunate. I have to go again. I do feel a bit strange inside my chest as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Guys, please understand, this is so overwhelming for me, and keeping you guys updated is the best thing I can actually do right now. And going to the doctors is the second best thing, obviously. I will go to the doctor. I'll try my best to convince my mother because it's so difficult. It's so difficult um, just to live, and I've learned my lesson for some time not to eat too much sweets, and I've been reducing my sweet intake for some time now. It's just that. I don't know why this formed because it formed recently, not before I went to the doctors. That's strange. Plus, I also have all these cysts everywhere on my earlobes, multiple of them. Maybe that's connected to this. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. And a couple days ago, I had an itchy sore on my leg. I think it's still there. I don't know. But it just came out of the blue. It's so ridiculous. Anyways, enough about me. Enough about me. Oh, by the way, yesterday for some reason my throat started to hurt. It could be because I was mumbling under my breath and I had no idea. Because sometimes it happens when I mumble a lot. Your throat really hurts. And I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about the main meat. Let's dive right into it. Now, I don't watch a lot of Mr. Beast videos. I used to, but then I just got really uninterested in his videos. It's just that now he is the most subscribed YouTuber, and obviously that's good. Finally, someone actually beat PewDiePie. I always knew that's going to happen, but not so soon, like maybe 6 years from now. But Mr. Beast came in strong, and he puts in all the hard work to get a lot of things done. He's continuously trying to improve his brand, and that's good for him. He has a team. He always had some kind of team as he expanded his workload. And many, I feel, may have remembered some of his workers, some of his employees, but there was one person from his team that was there through thick and thin, which is this guy. Now, what happened? What happened? Now, I remember this guy in old Mr. Beast videos, that's it. And all of a sudden, news comes out this year that is very feminine. I'm thinking, what's going on? What's going on? And I see the image. Obviously, this was like last year. People were saying stuff too, or something like that, about him slowly. Or was it this year? I can't remember now. I can't remember. But I found out about this year. I don't know how far back this goes, but I found out about it this year. And let me just say that he was basically becoming very feminine. And then there were a lot of rumors that because he wasn't wearing his wedding ring, he divorced his wife. He has a child as well, so that's a very strange thing, you know, divorcing and then I think he said something about divorcing his wife or something like that. There's been so many videos to get, and trying to get information from those videos is just so difficult. All I can say is that this is a strange thing. It's a very strange anomaly, if I can say it, because you never would have guessed this guy is trans. Years ago, he came out as bi, and like as if anyone really cared that much, no. Uh, but now he's like full on trans. He came out saying he was an HRT for a couple months. Yes, ladies and gents, yes, he was an HRT. Now, here's the thing. I've noticed, like, back in 2019, back in 2019, if you compare 2019 to 2023, there are more trans people now coming out now than there were in 2019. Strange, isn't it? And like, as the years go by, the number increases. Now, you may think that's not a big issue. My problem is that a lot of people who aren't trans are transitioning, who aren't supposed to transition are transitioning. You may be wondering, how can that be? Because I've read a lot of people's comments in the past from other channels. People will talk about how, you know, they know people who would somehow identify one week as something else and then the next, you know, to be trendy. But at the same time, some people genuinely believe, you know, if they're masculine, they have to take testosterone now. I mean, masculine girls have existed throughout history. We aren't talking about like recent years. We are talking about throughout history. You always had masculine girls. That was never a problem, but now it's like, oh, you gotta change yourself. You gotta chop your breast off, and it is becoming a trend as it is, which is something kind of scary. A lot of healthy people are taking their body parts out, and they think they are trans. They think that this is them they're not. They shouldn't be doing this. But now it's become a point where you can't criticize anyone say transitioning. You can't criticize that. And that's kind of unfortunate. Let's watch this Tim Pool video. I'm surprised Tim Pool is recording a video
Man,
about this.
he's cool. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about him or his crew or anything like that. But I did see this story that is, well, it's going pretty viral. An image was posted by a user on Twitter who took a screenshot of this individual, Chris Tyson. And in one image, you can see him looking like this on the left. In the image on the right, you see that he looks very different. This person said, "Bro, WTF happened?" And Chris says, "Hormone replacement therapy. And it's only been 2 months."
Yep, guys, that's it. It's confirmed. Now, I'm not surprised, really. I mean, for the past 4, 5 years, a lot of people have been coming out as trans, and the number has increased tenfold. And as I said, the issue is when many people who aren't supposed to transition, and then it feels like a cult at some point, because there are some things going on. It's like you have to transition. People are forced to transition. People keep forgetting that. I don't think this Chris is forced to transition, but a lot of people are these days because they're told you're masculine or you're feminine. You gotta take hormones. I don't know why. Why can't you be masculine woman? Why can't you be feminine men? You know? And it's kind of sad to see how so many people are just right now coming out as trans. If we still lived during the 2010s with all of these people as adults, I guarantee you most of them wouldn't have even transitioned. It's just baffling. The numbers have been increasing, and it's also sad because, as I said, most of these people should not transition because they're not. I don't know about Chris. I don't know about his personal life, how he felt, and maybe he's finally breaking out of his mold. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Honestly, all I can say is I wish the best for him. It's sad how there's so much of debates about this now. I understand. Um, but this is it. This is the reality, and a lot of people just trying to understand why he's doing this, because he does have a child, he does have a wife, and like, look, you can still transition if you have a child and a wife. My problem is, why are you going to divorce? I think he divorced. I don't know. There's so much of news if he did it or did not divorce his wife. I can't tell anymore. It's so hard to find the official source. But if he did divorce his wife, it's sad because you can still be with it. It's sad. It really is sad. You know, you can still be there and still be, technically an extra mother, but I guess I don't know. This is my problem with divorces. I'm not a fan of divorces. I'm just not a huge fan and how it's promoted every time. Divorce, divorce, divorce. Why? It's so sad. Like, it's not rare now for people to get divorces. It's breaking the marriage mold, and it's so unfair.
He uses an alt Twitter account to explain something about being gender non-conforming. And so this tweet, 0.7 million followers on Instagram. Wow! I don't even know who this guy is, but apparently young people do. Now, I'm not here to rag on him. I don't care. He's an adult. But I'll show you some of what other people are saying, and I'm going to save the nastier stuff. And we'll talk about Chris Tyson, and then I want to give you my thoughts as to why I really wanted to do a segment on this. Sports PETA says, who is Chris Tyson? They say, 26-year-old American content creator Chris Tyson recently found himself
26-year-old, that's pretty
when
old.
Evan said, "There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times
Ouch.
create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times, weak man times." In response, there was I don't actually know if I have the direct response. No, I don't. From Chris on Chris Tyson himself. But this is generally a wide response that we're seeing to the latest video from Mr. Beast showing that the individual.
You can see the skin is like very pale. What happens is when you transition, your skin gets slightly lighter. If you're going from male to female, your skin gets pretty light. And yeah, that's all I can actually say
Here,
about that.
Chris Tyson is
Because I've noticed
undergoing
that, like,
hormone
they'll take
replacement
the
therapy.
hormones and they'll look lighter.
I started thinking about this. I don't really life and their body. Meaningless to me. As long as they don't tell kids to do it, and whatever. But there are people who get tattoos, there are people who get their tongue forked, there are people...
Yeah, I don't
A
get
whole
that
lot of
either
crazy
with the
stuff.
tongue fork thing. It used to be cool back in the day, but now it's such a trendy thing. Like, everyone wants to do it just to be non-conforming to society. I wanted to dye my hair years ago, to a different color because I've always wanted to do that years ago when I was a kid, because a lot of YouTubers were doing it, and I thought, oh, imagine if I had like purple hair. That would be awesome. Tried dyeing it. It wasn't so good because it burnt my skin. You have to do the test first before you do any dyeing. You have to always do the skin test, and I failed. Then I purchased two dyes. I don't know if you can remember this. Maybe I've shown it on my main channel, on this channel. Two boxes of dyes. I don't know if we threw them away, but one was blonde and one was like red. So I was gonna dye my hair blonde first, and then I was gonna put the red. And since before that, I bought, the first time I bought hair dye, it was very red, and it burnt my skin. I was pretty scared of trying these new ones. They're from different brands and whatnot, but holy wow, it really scared me. So I didn't dye my hair. It expired. The dye expired, so I can't even use it anyways. I decided to just keep my black hair because there's nothing wrong with black hair. You know, when it comes to having piercings, I'm not going to get pierced. Um, when it comes to changing my tongue, I'm not going to do that. I mean, why? Why? Like back in the day, it was like, oh, you were really cool if you did that. Oh, you were really out of the blue, really awesome. But now, so many people are trying to do it. It's like a trend at this point, you know. And honestly, like, just I realized you can still have your normal body and be happy with yourself, you know. So I don't have to change it, It's just so much of extra work just to do everything. And you think about it, it's like there's nothing wrong with your original body. You're just a human. What else do you need? You know. I do
Hanging
apologize
with
for the
friends of
background
friends, and we're all
noise.
basically like, so long as you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. I hope this Chris Tyson guy finds happiness and respect and lives a full and fulfilling life. My question here, I started to wonder, is why do it? I mean, that's the real question I have. Why? Why? Now, I can understand if someone is dysmorphic, but this one seems a bit different. Chris Tyson goes on to explain that he is bisexual. He explains that he is gender non-conforming.
I don't get that as well when it comes to a lot of gender non-conforming folk. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pause this. All right, ladies and gents, sorry about that. There was just a lot of background talking, and I decided to just mute the video for some time. So let's let's just listen. What am I doing?
And so in this image at the top here, we can see the long fingernails.
Yeah.
And I guess the jewelry or whatever. I don't understand.
Okay, is that the wedding
No,
ring?
I mean this genuinely and literally. I don't understand. There has never been a time in my life where I felt like I needed to dress like someone else to fit in.
Ads. My old laptop, my laptop, there was ad block on it, so I never had
There's
ads
never been a
on
time in
on
my life
on
where
those type of
I felt like I
YouTube
had to do a certain
programs.
thing to feel a certain way. Like, I've always just kind of done whatever. I'm just saying I don't get it. No disrespect. By all means, y'all can fill me in. Some women go and get their nails done.
Hold on, let me just. Okay.
For and other things they might not have and the things they may have. These are part of the experience.
So, let me just search his name. Chris Tyson. Chris Tyson. Okay. I'm getting Mike Tyson videos too. Okay, so let me just check what's going on. The sad reality of Chris Tyson. Someone made a video. Let's check it out.
The Carl effect. Carl did this to you. More people to ruin our children and
Oh, oh, some of the comments are pretty ruthless. Now, people are bringing up in this one video's comment section that, a lot of children are watching him, and obviously they're going to get influenced by that. And I can understand that kind of concept, but unless he's actually promoting it, I don't see it as a thing. I genuinely don't see it as a major thing right now because he's not promoting it. That's the thing. Is just taking hormones. Not promoting it yet because I don't know if he'll start promoting it. A lot of people start hormones somehow always promote it to everyone, not just a small group, but to everyone for some reason. Like, and then they go at all these rallies and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do, but he isn't promoting it, so he doesn't really have a big influence yet. I mean, yes, he has an influence, but not like a major one that's like, do whatever I say. No, he hasn't said anything like that at all, so can't really say that just yet. Okay. When it comes to being your true self, it only matters only if you are just transitioning. But if you believe in other things, sorry, that's not true self apparently. Anyways, I was just reading some comments and it's crazy. It's really crazy, honestly. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on, ladies and gents? What's going on with everything? That's what I'm trying to understand personally. Because so many people are just doing this now, like 2022, 2023. It's not a big issue of this handful, but now everyone's doing it. Tell me your thoughts below. Do you think this is a good thing for everyone to do? Do you think people genuinely are trans, or they're just doing it because they don't know what they do? They just feel like, oh, it'll help them, when it might not. All right, let me check my videos. How's my videos doing? Okay, Now for some reason my side is paining. What the heck? I tell you, there is no rest when it comes to me. I have no happiness. This has to be a terrible year. Without a doubt, a terrible, terrible year. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. Life sucks now. Sorry. I know complaining a lot's not gonna help. But come on, let's be reasonable. Okay. Alright then, I'll just leave it up to you. I'll just leave it up to you because it's up to you to understand, to try and understand what's going on, because from my perspective, I'm just seeing a lot of trendy things going on, and I don't know. I don't think he has a big influence on children because he hasn't said them do anything, so there's no big influence. Like, sure, a lot of young people watch him, a lot of children watch him, but he hasn't said, you have to do this. I don't think he said that at all, so yeah. Okay, I'm just searching something. I have to end this video now because you guys aren't going to pay attention. Plus, I need to go and bathe. Oh, is today Easter Friday? I forgot. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Sorry, that video was way too loud. Sorry about that. For some reason, the playback. You know when you put this on a video, like this, you just leave it there. It plays. It plays for a shot, but now on my TV, I was able to disable it. But I don't know how to do it for this. I know you had a choice back then, but I don't know if the choice is reversible settings. Let's see. Autoplay. Previews with sound. I'm gonna keep it because it's somewhat okay to have it. Not everywhere, but some places. Alright then, I'm going to end it off right over here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. And when it comes to my health, I don't know how I'm gonna... I don't know. I really don't know. My life is an enigma. Bye.